Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. And find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Coming to you live from the Pizza Ranch studio. As always, Pizza Ranch with 7 locations in the state of Missouri. They host our tip-off clubs, quarterback clubs, and coming soon, the leadoff club this spring. Presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Doak Propane, Lyona Labor's Local 663, Building Missouri, and Building Missouri State. Doak Propane, the Bank of Billings, established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County, and Burgess and Associates for all your 401k needs and late in life caretaking. Give the folks at Burgess and Associates a phone call. We go north of the studio here to Grain Valley High School, home of the Eagles, and head coach of the women's basketball program up there, Randy Draper. Coach Draper, thanks so much for your time today.
Hey, thanks for having us in.
Coach, 21-4 on the season. Regular season is over as you prepare for district. Kind of put a bow on this year's regular season.
Well, we went at it with the idea. We tried to make our schedule as tough as we could. Everything we could do non-conference wise. We came to the Pink and White in Springfield, and we played Nixa in a non-con. We loaded it as best we could to prepare us for what's coming up. And we're really pleased. We were 10-4 in the game right after Christmas. We lost. That made us 10-4. And then we had 10 days off before we played again. And we changed some stuff, had some great practices, and we haven't lost since then. There's no need to do that now. But we've won 11 straight. So we shared the conference title with Raytown High School.
Coach, you mentioned the Pink and White, and obviously I've seeded that tournament for years, and recently, I want to say in the last probably 6 or 8 years, they've started inviting other teams from outside the area in. What was the experience like coming and playing at Drury?
Well, it was awesome. They think of everything. I mean, it's just so well organized and run. And we had awesome honorary coaches meeting us when we got to the hotel. We had practice time every day at Central. The kids got to see the pit, which was is awesome. And just so many things. They dot I's and cross T's. And then the competition is great. And that facility that you get to play at, it's fantastic.
Hey, Coach, as you head into districts here, you got Fort Osage coming up on the 2nd, which I believe is next Thursday. Tell us a little bit about your district and something about Fort Osage and what are you going to have to do there to come out on top?
Well, our district's not very friendly. I think there's 4 teams ranked in the top 10 in the state in our district. Fortunately, we are one of those. And I told the kids, I said, there's a lot of really good teams in our district. The good news is we are one of them. And so we'll take our shot. And Fort O's gotten a lot better. I watched them again last night. We played them early, and they've made some changes in their lineup, and some younger ones are really helping them a lot. And they're playing faster, which, we play pretty fast to begin with. So, we got to go be us. We have 8 days where we don't play that we got done, and we got to use our time wisely so that there's no downtime when we get started and we spend a quarter trying to get back into it. Our goal is to hit the ground running, and that'll be a really good game.
Are you relatively healthy at this point of the season?
Yes, we are. And we're very glad about that. And I think we feel, everything's ready to go, and let's go take our swing.
And this is, again, we're visiting with Randy Draper, the head coach at Grain Valley. This is a Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. And sitting next to Coach Draper is our Athlete of the Week, the new all-time career record holder in scoring at Grain Valley, and Mizzou commit, Grace Slaughter. Grace, hey, welcome to the show and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us. This is super cool.
And Grace, as you were approaching that record, were you aware of it?
No, I really don't try to think about those things or keep track of them. I think, my goal and everyone else's goal on the team is just to go out there, play basketball, and whatever shows up in the record book is what shows up. But no, I mean, I don't try not to think about those things, but couldn't do that without my teammates. Coach Draper made the comment, you can't score without good passes, but you also can't have good passes without scores. So, no, we have a great team, and they're all super fun to be around.
And Grace, tell us just a little bit about your game. Has it, going back to your freshman year, has it changed? I mean, obviously physically you've changed, but what improvements have you had to make? And maybe it's the physical getting stronger, things like that. But tell us a little bit about where you were as a freshman compared to where you are right now.
Yeah, coming in as a freshman, I think I remember our assistant coach at that time calling me a little stick, if you will. I mean, I was tall, but I definitely was very skinny. And over the past couple of years, I've worked with different people. My freshman year, I had one of my comp coaches challenge me to shoot 1,500 threes a week. And I've kept up with that challenge. It's probably now close to 2,000 threes a week. So probably growing in that area, being able to, because for a while there, I was definitely a drive first player. But then I started shooting it a little bit better, shooting it a little bit more. And so then if they guard me close on my hip, that opens up the drive a little bit more. But this past year, I went through an injury. I had knee surgery, and that gave me the opportunity to really work on my strength training. I'd never really just spent time and had, 4 days, 5 days a week to just go to the weight room and lift and have a specific regiment. So to have like 6 months to do that was probably very impactful, and just me getting stronger, being able to jump higher, be quicker. And I think that's made an impact this year. And being able to get lower on post moves and get a little bit more, inside and finishing strong.
If the 2023 Grace Slaughter could go back to that freshman in 2019, give her some advice, what advice would you go back and give yourself as a freshman?
Wow, that's a great question. That is a good one. I think I would just have to say to be yourself and be thankful for the people you are surrounded by. I would choose no other school, no other coaching staff, no other teammates to get to play with. And I know not everyone has the luxury of getting to play with girls and people that they truly enjoy being around. So to have this opportunity, I would just say don't take it for granted. Be so thankful and grateful that you get the opportunity to play with have an amazing high school career and get to play for your community, because that's something special. And that's also something that changes when you go play for college. It's definitely more of a job there.
It is. It's a lot more of a job. And Grace, as you look back, on your 4 years, are there games that, because I find myself even at my age looking back and wanting to go back and maybe play a game again. Oh, I'd like to play that game again. And it may be a game that maybe I had a really good game, or it may be a game that got away from us, that we lost, that I felt like, hey, I'd like to go back and do that again. I think we win. Are there games that really stand out in your memory from your career at this point? And I know you've still got some games in front of you, but are there games that you can look back on and say, man, I'd like to do that again? Maybe it's a game where you broke the record. Who knows?
For sure. A couple games that definitely stick out to me off the top of the bat would have to be one from this year. It would probably have to be the game we played Republic in the championship for the pink and white tournament. That was our fourth game in 4 days, which it was theirs as well. But if I could go play that game again, just, maybe on a normal day, on a neutral court, just, not maybe sleeping in our beds, that's all those little things do make a difference, but that also makes road games so much tougher. And then, so to play them again, they were a great team, very scrappy, very, had lots of great players out there. I think that would be one. And then one maybe more on the positive side that I would just love to go back and play for the atmosphere and team we had was maybe my freshman year district championships. Was it Central or Center? Center.
Yeah.
And wow, we just had a great crowd. I remember the stands were packed. We were pretty close to home, so everyone came out. And one of my teammates, who's a senior this year, Cameron Bound, she took a charge that gave us the ball back at a pretty critical period. And I just remember jumping up and down with excitement. It was a great game, and they were a great team. It was super, super fun.
And Grace, did you have, coming into this season, and just by the nature of what I do, I'll look at schedules and man, I'd like to see that game, or I'd like to be at that game. Do you find yourself, coming into the season looking at, I'm looking forward to playing this game. Maybe it's a rivalry game. Maybe it may be the pink and white, and a different type experience. But were there games that you were looking forward to coming into this season?
For sure. We definitely probably had a front busy schedule. We had a lot of games in December, and looking at just, that month, we played so many great teams in the month of December. We had Rockbridge, Nixa, Republic, the pink and white, all Lee Summit North, all within that month. So that was multiple great teams. And just looking at schedule, definitely try to take it game by game. But you're right, looking at teams that we know could potentially be in our district or this or that. I love looking and seeing different matchups, because I feel like I've noticed this a little bit more in maybe comp season than high school. Is sometimes it's really hard to compare. You can't always compare scores. We beat this team by this much, so we should beat them by this much. I feel like there's so much more matchups and so much more different circumstances you don't understand. But definitely look forward to seeing teams on our schedule.
What's a day in the life of Grace Slaughter on a game day? Let's say it's March the 2nd. You got Fort Osage that night in the first round of district. What are you doing throughout the day to kind of get prepared mentally, physically? What's a day like?
Well, I wake up at the same time every day, usually around 6:20, and I have the same breakfast every day. I always have, every game day I have the same breakfast. So I have 3 eggs and 2 pieces of peanut butter and honey toast, because I actually hate eggs. They are awful, but I gotta have something else to get them down, because I know they're good for me. And then we go to school. I try to hydrate throughout the day, so I'll have a Gatorade Zero and my water. Sometimes I'll watch film, but I've also noticed just kind of being awake and present during the day. Sometimes when I watch film during the day, I think I get a little too anxious or look into things. So I've left the film watching to Draper, because I know he does so much, and he definitely helps us get see the things we need to see and help us get prepared. So having a good day at school, and then right afterwards, most of the time I think we are asked to come back at around 4:45. And so me and my mom, I usually go home. I always have a foot-long Subway sandwich. Half of it's a meatball, half of it's a cold cut combo. And then we'll go shoot.
Good.
Yep. And then we go shoot. We have a friend who has a goal in their barn. So sometimes I'll shoot at the high school, but if that's not open, I'll go to their place and shoot. And then we head up here, watch film. My mom will braid my hair, do the same hairstyle every game. And just get prepared. Me and my mom also do a pregame prayer before every game. And those are just some little things that I definitely have to do on a game day.
So you're not superstitious at all.
Well, I do have to tie my right shoe before my left shoe. And I do wear I have alternating headbands. I gotta wear I do wear some different ones, but.
Wow. Well, at least you're consistent. You eat the 3 eggs, even though you don't like them.
Take one for the team.
Yes.
The toast makes it better.
Well, very good. Well, again, Grace, on behalf of the Missouri Sports Network and the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Congratulations on being named as Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
Coach Draper, I greatly appreciate setting this up. And, during the phone calls, we found out we were connected in so many different ways to some of the same people.
Yes.
So,
hey, it was really good. She's worth the notoriety. I'm glad you did it for her. And, 2,500 points in a high school career. That's a lot of points.
It is very, very, very much so. That is, it's incredible. It's got to be probably in the top 20 in state history as far as scoring.
It is around there. Yes, it is.
Very
and
good.
When you think that she missed the ACL and then, we had COVID cancellations the year before, she's done it real fast.
Yes, she has. Grace, it was a pleasure. Look forward to watching you play at Mizzou. And,
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
You bet. There's some local people down here that I've interviewed that are also playing at Mizzou. So congratulations on signing that, and congratulations on the record and the 2,500 points. And it's been a privilege to get to speak with you today.
Oh, thank you. You as well.
Thanks. Have a great day.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.